What song do you think will still be popular in 100 years? Moonlight Sonata Edit. This blew up a lot more than expected. Especially if people are trapped in a mansion filled with overly complicated puzzles. One of the finest pieces of music ever written. Fur Elise. Eudiaresis. The neighborhood ice cream truck plays Fur Elise. I hope their ice cream is as impressive as their song. Symphony No. 9, Beethoven. His music is already over 100 years old, and it's likely to stay relevant later. As Mozart once said to Skrillex, "My music is 200 years old and it's still excellent. In 2 more months the world will forget about your Skrillexcrement." Symphony No. 9, Beethoven. His music is already over 100 years old. The Ninth Symphony was premiered in 1824. So almost 200 years exactly. The Alphabet Song. Unless aliens implement some other sound-based alphabet. Let me fuck you up. That song is already over 200 years old, but with a different set of lyrics, which you also know. Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. Or if China, Russia, or any of the many countries that do not use the same alphabet as English does takes over the world. Happy Birthday. That is if birthdays are still legal then. Musical notes. What day is today? It's Nibbler's birthday. What a day for a birthday. Now let's all have some cake. Musical notes. What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. Probably predominantly used ironically, but still counts. I sincerely go back to this song when I need my spirits lifted. Probably most classical music. Canon isn't going anywhere for sure. Four Seasons definitely has a chance. I'm only in my early 50s and I've already lived long enough to see top 10 hit songs completely disappear from public consciousness. There are multi-platinum acts from the early 80s that people not much younger than me have never even heard of. So it's hard to predict, but I'd lean towards songs that have already been popular for more than a generation. There was a college-aged looking skater girl on Humans of New York yesterday who called Al Green a really old Southern artist, from before even your Brandon 30s time. Lol. Fully half the comments were people saying I feel old. Anyone you'd recommend? I loves me some late 70s to early 80s tunes. Edit. Thank you for all the replies, you beautiful fellow music nerds. You've given me tons of stuff to check out and reminded me of many bands and albums I've neglected for too long. Staying Alive will be the one disco song that makes it. So you want to tell me it will be Staying Alive? At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Sympathy for the Devil and We Didn't Start the Fire will be played by history teachers with a hangover who want to summarize 20th century history. American Pie 2 if they're really going for it. Make him analyze that shit. This post is making me laugh at the thought of WAP being some future generation's Greensleeves. I doubt it. 80% of the songs on this thread are memes. Bad Guy is twice as famous and looks like a better option from this gen if we take that idea. Only the finest of music could survive that long, and I can only think of one. All Star by Smash Mouth. Hey Now. Tub Thumper by Chumbawamba. Ride of the Valkyries, Richard Wagner. Well, classical music should be obvious. Ride of the Valkyries is already 200 plus 150 plus years old and was already popular 100 years ago. Edit. Thanks for the correction. Dancing Queen. Young and Sweet. Never Gonna Give You Up. Never Gonna Let You Down. The Sound of Silence. Hello Darkness. The YMCA or the Cha-Cha Slide, but only at school dances and similar functions. Yes to the YMCA, unlikely to the Cha-Cha. Does anyone even know what the Charlie Brown is? Adding Cupid Shuffle to the tacky school dance list. Shit's never gonna die. Yesterday, the Beatles. If I'm not mistaken, it's the most covered song of all time, so this is a great answer. I think Hey Jude is another of theirs that will still be well known. The entire Beatles catalogue will be there forever. I'm damn gonna make sure my kids are aware of it for sure. Stairway to Heaven. It's already past the 50-year mark and is still voted the #1 rock song every year. Great song, but not even Led Zeppelin's best, my opinion. We Will Rock You by Queen. As long as there are games played in arenas, this song will go on. I would also add Start Me Up by the Stones. Famously sang by jousting fans in the 1370s, according to the fantastic documentary A Knight's Tale. Auld Lang Syne. The most googled song between 1130 PM and 1210 am, exactly one night each year. I still cannot remember the words, but I like it. It's so sweet and hopeful. This is my favorite answer so far. It's iconic, common, well known, but not a song most people think about all the time. Of course it is already pretty old too. Damon. Fighter of the Night Man. Champion of the Sun. He's a master of karate and friendship for everyone. You gotta pay the troll toll. Yellow Submarine, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Beethoven's Symphony No. 5, Bohemian Rhapsody, Let It Be, Country Road, Imagine, What a Wonderful World, In the Temple of the Mountain King, Lose Yourself. Excellent choices. A very eclectic mix. Darude, Sandstorm. I was at a friend's birthday party recently and a bunch of us were on acid and went for a walk through the bush to a glowworm cave. I stayed behind because it was dark and seemed dangerous. I was sitting on a couch outside watching a bunch of fucked up young hippies raving to Darude Sandstorm. My friends that went for a walk thought I'd fallen and died or something because I never actually told them I was heading back, and then just heard Sandstorm blasting in the distance. It was truly surreal from both our perspectives. So long as hockey is still played in arenas, this song will remain popular. Some Beatles songs. Let It Be, surely. Journey, Don't Stop Believing, Fleetwood Mac, Dreams and Landslide. Toto, Africa. Of course. That setup somewhere in the African desert will hopefully still be playing it. Frank Sinatra, most known classic, like Fly Me to the Moon, I Love You Baby and My Way for examples. I Love You Baby is actually called Can't Take My Eyes Off of You and is by Frankie Valli. For some reason there's just a mislabeled YouTube video of a cover, not actually by Sinatra, that's managed to get 120 million views and confuses everyone who searches the most recognizable line in the song. I only hear those once in a blue moon. Bohemian Rhapsody. There was a young guy, in college, going on about this great band he found and everyone should hear it. It was that good. It was Queen. My wife brought home an illegal copy of that film. I said it must be a cam recording. She said, "How do you know?" I replied, "Because I see a little silhouette of a man." Hey Jude. Country Roads, Take Me Home. West Virginia will probably still be played and no one remembers where West Virginia used to be. The song is incredibly popular worldwide, even in poor and remote communities. You know, I absolutely despise that song. But I still keep it on my phone and every time it plays during the shuffle, I can never bring myself to skip to the next song. There are a ton of songs that came out 50 to 60 years ago that still get regular radio play. It's not unreasonable to imagine that in 100 years, people will still have these songs on their playlists. All these bands were making great music 50 plus years ago. The Beatles, the Beach Boys, Pink Floyd, Lynyrd Skynyrd, Black Sabbath, Queen, the Eagles, the Doors, Jimi Hendrix, the Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, CCR, Simon and Garfunkel, the Bee Gees, ZZ Top, the Kinks, the Animals, Janis Joplin, Grateful Dead. Fortunate Son. Is the US planning to invade Vietnam in the next couple decades? Amazing Grace. This song actually is what made me wonder this. What song from 100 plus years ago is still popular? I guess some folk tunes that we sing as kid songs. Maybe a bunch of religious stuff. Amazing Grace, for example, is 250 years old. Can't see why it wouldn't last another 100. Depending on your definition of popular, I guess. Here are some older US songs you still hear a bit, although I don't know as I'd call any popular currently. Patriotic songs seem to have a longer shelf life, that bodes well for Born in the USA, 1982. The Stars and Stripes Forever, 1897, The Entertainer, 1902, Yankee Doodle Boy, 1904, You're a Grand Old Flag, 1906, Take Me Out to the Ball Game, 1908, America the Beautiful, 1910, God Bless America, 1918-1938, Rhapsody in Blue, 1924, Ain't Misbehavin', 1929, Over the Rainbow, 1939, This Land Is Your Land, 1940, Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy, 1941, White Christmas, 1942. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.